The loss of Kurukshetra took place because the Kauravas they refused to give what belongs to the Pandavas. They refused to give it. So, and of course, it's the Lord's arrangement because the Lord wanted to remove all the undesirable elements from the face of the earth. So, the opportunity was there whereby all the unscrupulous kings they were gathered from all over the world and they all gathered in a Kurukshetra. So for 18 days, the battle of Kurukshetra took place for 18 days, and everybody died except the Pandavas and some few other persons. But everyone was killed. But even though everyone was killed, but because they all died in front of Lord Krishna, because Krishna was there on the battle of Kurukshetra, so they all attained liberation. Just like every demons that Lord Krishna killed, they all got liberation. Just like sometimes some people, they want to accuse the Lord that is not partial. He's very partial to his devotees. He protects his devotees and then he kills the demons, he chastises the demons. Whereas the Lord is supposed to be the Lord of all beings. Samaha Sarabhute Shri is Aham Bija Pradapita. He is the beginning of everyone. So why should the Lord favor the devotees and chastise the demons? So these are some of the accusations that the people will give to the Lord. So they will say, oh, maybe he's not all perfect. But the Lord is all perfect. The Lord is always perfect. No material qualities can touch him. No material, that's why it's called Niguna. Niguna means it cannot be touched by any material qualities. So the so-called accusation of partiality, this is just superficial only. The Lord is devotees who have loving devotional service unto him. At the end of their life, they go to the spiritual world. And at the same time, the demons who don't serve the Lord, they simply want to be inimical to the Lord and his devotees. But the Lord killed them, but they also get liberation. So you can see, both get liberation. So sometimes the great sages like Narada Muni, they will say that maybe it's good to be a demon. Because after all, the demons, they never perform any form of sadhana. No tapasya, no sadhana, no nothing. And then they attain the same destination that devotees attain. We know that it's not easy being a devotee. You have to perform so many tapasya, so many things, so many regulations. Wake up early in the morning, all these things. You have to fast. Like tomorrow is Janmashtami. You have to fast tomorrow. You have to have, every Ekadasi, not eat of grain. So to be a devotee, so many regulations you have to fulfill. So Narada Muni is saying that it is so difficult to be a devotee, it's so much trouble to be a devotee. But the demons, they don't do nothing. They enjoy themselves, but they simply remain inimical to the Lord. And then at the end, the Lord kills them, and then they got liberation. So Narada Muni was saying, maybe it's better to be a demon. But we have to realize one thing. To be a demon by which Krishna will kill you, it's not easy also. You have to be a very tough demon. You have to be a tough one. It's not easy to be an ordinary demon. It's not that easy. But those demons that Krishna killed, it's actually they are actually for their own benefit. So So the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, they came to pray to Lord Krishna, that our dear Lord, now that you've performed all your leelas, the time for your living has now come. The time to wind up your pastimes and go back to the spiritual world has now come. It's just like you invite somebody to your house, and after a few days you say, okay, time for your visit, it's gone, so I think it's time for you to go. It's just like Prabhupada said that a guest should not overstay his welcome. Because we go to visit someone, and after some time, the host start feeling uncomfortable. That maybe it's time for you to go. So therefore, maximum 3 days. So the demigods, they say, our dear Lord, please, you can go back to where you came from, spiritual one. So the Lord organized, okay, I will go. And then the Yadus, they were removed from the surface of the earth. And then, when the Yadus, everybody has gone, so Lord Krishna, he went to sit underneath a tree, a big banyan tree in Prabhash sector, in Gujarat. The Lord went to sit there, getting ready to depart. So that time, his great devotee, Uddhava, came. And Uddhava is very, very attached to Lord Krishna, right from his childhood. He is always conscious of Krishna. Every activity that he performed was always in relationship with Lord Krishna. So when Uddhava, when he realized that Lord Krishna was about to depart, so Uddhava went to Lord Krishna in Dwarka and praying that, my dear Lord, please take me with you. Please take me with you. I cannot bear your separation. I cannot bear your separation. Please take me with you. Then Lord Krishna replied that, I have something for you to do. I have a duty for you to do. When I was present on earth, there were so many sages in the Badarika ashram who are always engaged in meditation in the Himalayas. They never get a chance to see me. And these many sages, they were hankering for my darshan. So therefore, I want to give you a message. I want to give you a message to give to these sages. Because you, Uddhava, you are very, very dear to me. That you are so dear to me. Even my wife, Lakshmi, even my brother, Balaram, even my own self, are not as dear to me as you are. So you are very, very dear to me. So therefore, I want to give you a message. And this message, you take to the Himalayas, to the Badarika ashram, and relate this to the great sages that live there. So this way, they will be relief of the separation which they are feeling from them. So that is the Uddhava Gita. That's the beginning of the Uddhava Gita, whereby Lord Krishna spoke this great knowledge. Even though on the battle of Kurukshetra, Lord Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, but in the Badarika, in the Prabhash, Lord Krishna spoke Uddhava Gita to Arjuna. So Uddhava Gita is actually is like a sequel to the Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna spoke the Gita to Arjuna in a matter of 45 minutes. He was on the battlefield, so the Lord spoke the essence of the Vedic knowledge to to Arjuna, so that Arjuna can be free from illusion, so they can fight. But while the Lord was sitting under when he was going to leave, so he spoke this knowledge, even though it contained whatever is in the Bhagavad Gita, but in a much more elaborate, in much more confidential, much more elaborate. So which means if one reads Bhagavad Gita, then must also definitely study the Uddhava Gita. Because that is Lord Krishna's final teaching, his final message before he left the planet. So this teaching, it's very, very dear to the devotees. I published one book, Uddhava Gita, which is exactly this 11 canto of Bhagavatam. So, I know we don't have so much time. So today's verse is text 39. So we can just recite together, text 39. Okay. Tava pachaye bhakta sadavam anasuyaka yava brahma vijaniyam mameva guru advita tava parichare bhakta Sadavam anasuyaka Yava Brahma Vijaniyam Mameva Gurum Madrita Tava Parichare Bhakta Sadavam anasuyaka Yava Brahma Vijaniyam Mameva Guru Madrita Ladies. Tabat, that long, Paricharit should serve Bhaktaha, the devotee, Sadavan, with great faith, Anasuyaka, without being envy, Yavat, until Brahma, spiritual knowledge, Vijaniyat, he clearly realizes. Mam, me, Eva, indeed, Guru, the spiritual master, Adrita, with great respect. Translation and purport by the BBG. Until a devotee has clearly realized spiritual knowledge, he should continue with great faith and respect and without envy to render personal service to the Guru, who is not different from me. Purport. As stated by Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur in his Gopastakam prayers, Yasha Prasadam Bhagavat Prasada, one received the mercy of the Supreme Lord through the mercy of the bona fide spiritual master. A devotee who has been blessed by his Guru with spiritual knowledge becomes qualified to directly engage in the mission of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srila Prabhupada always emphasized that service to the spiritual master in separation, pushing on the mission of the Guru, is the highest form of devotional service. The word paricharit in this verse indicates sitting upon one's master, indicates waiting upon one's master by rendering personal service. In other words, one who has not clearly realized the teachings of his spiritual master should remain very close to the Guru to avoid falling down into illusion. But one who has acquired realized knowledge by the mercy of his spiritual master may expand his spiritual master's mission by traveling around the world to preach Krishna consciousness. So this is very nice text. Nice text, whereby it's mentioned when one is engaged in the cultivation of spiritual life, that one has to be under the guidance of the spiritual master. In this slide, Bhaksidanta had commented on this text. He said, a devotee who has pleased his spiritual master and is thus endowed with realization of this truth can directly engage in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is indicated in this verse that as long as one has not become sufficiently convinced of the truth of the teachings of his spiritual master, he should remain very close to his Guru to render personal service. As Lord Krishna says in this, he said that a Guru, a bona fide spiritual master, is not different from me. What's that? Mam eva gurum adrita. This Guru, it's not different from Lord Krishna. Krishna said, Achaya mam vijanaya, navamari chakarichi, namate buddheshweta, sabadeva. What is that? Sabadeva Guru. That Acharya, spiritual master, is not different from me. It's the combination of all the demigods. There are 33 million devas. And a Guru is supposed to be a combination of all the devas. Sabadeva Mayo Guru. Sabadeva, all the combination, which means from a Guru, all the devas are there. Brahmaji, Shivaji, Chandra, Surya, everybody is there with the body of a Guru. So the Guru is not there. So Guru Tattva is not a cheap thing. And it's very, very incumbent for devotees to really understand the Guru Tattva. Because without Guru, without this understanding of Guru, Seva, submission to the Guru, then spiritual life really has no meaning. The foundation of a spiritual life is the Guru, is the submission and service to the Guru. That's the foundation. Only those devotees, the sadhakas, only those who render service unto the spiritual master. What's that verse? Yasadeva parabhakti tatadeva paranguru. Praksante pashyata. What is that? That only unto those who have accepted and rendered service to the spiritual master, that the import of the Vedic knowledge become revealed. So which means you cannot even understand the meaning of the Vedic scriptures without pleasing a guru, a spiritual master. So therefore, he said, Ado Strada. He said, Ado in the beginning, Ado Guru Astraya. Then in the beginning, one must take shelter of the spiritual master in the beginning. The shelter of the Guru must be there. And I said, Yasha Prasadam, Bhagavad Prasado, Yasha Prasadam Nagati Kutupi. That by the message, Krishna sent a Guru, because Krishna said that a Guru is not different from me. So, it's a Guru is not different from me. So therefore, when someone is very sincere, to really understand, to want to get away from this material world, so that person has sent him to Guru who is not different from me. So, Yasha Prasada, Bhagavad Prasada. By the measure of Bhagavan, one gets Guru. And then, Yasha Prasada, Nagati Kotopi. Without this mercy, one cannot attain the ultimate goal of life. So you cannot attain life of Krishna, kingdom of the spiritual world, kingdom of God without the mercy of the Guru. So, and service to the Guru is always the most recommended, it's always glorified. There's one story, there was one person, this person was a disciple of his Guru, and he was living in the Guru's ashram. And this person, he was so much absorbed in serving the Guru, in rendering personal service to the Guru, that every day, if you go to the rivers, to the riverside and bring the pot of water to the Guru. He will render so many personal service to the Guru. And he was so much absorbed in rendering service to the Guru that he even lost himself. He was not even aware of anything. All his awareness was simply rendering personal service to the Guru. It was even though he had the God brothers, and many of them, they've come to the ashram of the Guru, they've got their education, their spiritual education, and then they've left the ashram, but he still remained for a long period of time. I think there was one day, he was by the side of the river. He was by the side of the river, and then he saw himself in the water. He saw the reflection of his water, and he saw that his hair has turned gray. His hair has turned gray. And he was thinking, oh, my hair has turned gray. Does that mean that I've been here for so long? So, which means he had actually become an old man, but he didn't even know, because he was so much absorbed in the service of the Guru. So, when he returned to the ashram, then he told his Guru, he said, "Dear Guru Maharaj, I just found myself, I saw my hair, I found that I've become so old. I did not know that I've become so old because I'm simply absorbed in your service. How come you did not tell me that it's time for me to go home maybe enter the guest house. Why didn't you tell me? So the Guru replied, because of your service to me, and I'm also become very, very attached to you. I'm also become very, very attached to you because of the nature of your service to me. So which means even I cannot bear your separation. And then the Guru was so happy with the disciple that even told him that, yes, you can go home and I'm giving you my daughter to be your wife. So in this way, when the Guru becomes very pleased, then the spiritual life, the success of the spiritual life become very, very easily attainable. There's one verse, it says that when one is practicing the spiritual life, sometimes one may commit offenses. He said that offenses to Bhagavan sometimes can be tolerated, but offenses to devotees of Krishna, the pure devotees, cannot be tolerated. So Krishna actually valued the service to a bona fide spiritual master than the service to himself. So Nautam Das Thakur, he says, Tumare Ridoye Shada Govinda Vishram, Govinda Koina Mama Vaishnav Param, that in your heart, dear Vaishnav, dear Guru, in your heart, Govinda is resting. But Govinda said that I'm always, that the Vaishnav is my life, Mama Vaishnav Param. So, actually there's not enough glorification that can be said about the service to the spiritual master. So in this verse, Lord Krishna is telling Uddhava that as long as one has not attained spiritual realization, as long as the realization has not attained, as long as one has not attained the perfection of spiritual life, then one should continue rendering service, rendering, loving service without any hangs, without any envy. One should continuously remain in the house of the Guru and continuously rendering service. And by such service, then if the Guru is happy, then of course Krishna will be happy. So it's after 9 o'clock. So Hare Krishna. So thank you very much. Is there any question or comment? Hare Krishna. Oh, okay.
You said in the introduction that you are difficult to become devotees, but you become a demon, physically, and you get killed by Krishna. And you said it is not easy to become that kind of demon that you are personally killed by Krishna. So, what happens to all these small-time demons?
I mean, just like we have the case of King Vena, who was King Dima was a demon actually, because Dima also means by quality, like pride, arrogance, Damba, and all that. The demonic qualities is listed in the chapter 16 of the Bhagavad Gita. So King Vena was, he was a terrible tormentor of the Brahmanas, killing so many Brahmanas, he was full of atrocity in the kingdom. So it became sort of pain to the sages. So it comes to the point where the sages, they could no longer tolerate King Vena. And then they kill him. They turn him, and then the sages, they kill him by their mantras. So when Vena was killed by the mantras of the sages, and then he went to hell. He went to the darkest region. So one can be a so-called demons and then go to hell. So those demons who are killed by Krishna, those are and those demons, what is their particular criteria? Those demons, they never stopped thinking of Krishna. They were always thinking of Krishna, but in a very inimical way. That, oh, this Krishna, oh, is this, when can I kill him, this and that. Like cancer, for instance, described by thinking, walking, sleeping, dreaming. It's always Krishna conscious. It never stopped being Krishna conscious. Always Krishna conscious. But it's Krishna conscious in a negative way. So therefore, that is not recommended. That is called practical yashya, which means that is unfavorable devotional service. It's not favorable. Favorable service, what is Krishna Anushilana? What is favorable for Krishna? What is enjoyable for Krishna? That's what devotees do. So, but the demons, they're always thinking of Krishna in a negative way, but they never stop thinking of Krishna. Like Shishupal, all of them, they always thinking of Krishna. So therefore, when Krishna killed them, because of their constant thinking of Krishna, so they got liberation. But of course, they didn't get the same destination as devotees. They got the impersonal liberation. They got Sayujya Mukti. Yeah, that's what they got. Like when Krishna killed Shishupal, all of a sudden emerged into the leg of Krishna. They saw the soul entering the Krishna's leg. Everybody saw. And that's why the Yudhishthira Maharaj was very, very surprised. Yudhishthira Maharaj and others, they were surprised that how come this fellow, he got this liberation? He got, his soul entered the body of Lord Krishna. How is this? And then he asked Narada Muni, can you explain why this is like this? And then Narada Muni, of course, then he narrates the whole thing. So it's not easy to be a demon. It's not. Plus, and also many of those demons, they were previously great personalities in their previous life. And due to their particular offenses, then they became demons. Yeah. So it's not easy. So we're conditioned so we cannot say that, okay, I'm going to become a demon so that Krishna can kill me. We will not be successful. Krishna will not kill us. Some material energy will deal with us if we try to be so-called demon. So, but this is just the descriptions, like that. Is it? You want to say something more to that?
To comment. Prabhupada says, if demons get liberation, people who render devotional service very pure. What great intimate relation they get with Krishna.
Yeah.
Demons get something, devotees get much more than that.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, we got intimate relationship. You can play with Krishna. Krishna can come to your house and steal your butter. So many things like that. Like Brajlila especially. The demons cannot get that. They only get Sayujya Mukti. Okay. So any other points? So thank you very much for listening. Thank you. I'm glad that was able to present something here. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. Grant us Bhagavatam ki. Go Pimanande.
Tomorrow, I will give a class because